So, did you guys hear about Fatina? I'm not one to gossip, but I heard that she met some man here at the well yesterday, and she was all by herself. That is very inappropriate. That poor husband of hers sure has his hands full. You see, she comes to the well by herself in the middle of the day now. She used to come in the mornings with the rest of us, but we don't want to be seen with her anymore. She's become quite the little floozy. Anyways, I don't know what happened yesterday, but she come running back into town like she was out of her mind, yelling and carrying on something about meeting the Messiah. Really? The Messiah. Here in Samaria? She said his name was Jesus and that he told her everything that she's ever done. Huh. I would have liked to have heard that myself. The men in town are talking about him too. They said he's a Jew and that he brought a whole group of people with him. All I know is that if there are Jews in Samaria, that can only mean one thing: trouble. I also heard that he's going to be speaking in town this afternoon, and of course I'll have to go. Certainly wouldn't want any good rumors getting started without me. I need to get some water.
I was working out in the field when out in the far distance I thought I saw my Gabriel walking towards me. Oh, my first instinct was to run to him and throw my arms around his neck. And then I remembered. And my very next thought was to go find my children and to hide and to stay far away from him. I mean, if he was coming back to the village, he must be completely mad. He must have gone crazy. Well, you see, not long before that, my Gabriel showed me his arm, his skin, and we knew that he would have to go and we would never see each other again. So we packed up some of his belongings, even a toolkit, thinking that might help him on his travels, where he could sell some food. And then we did the unspeakable. We said that final goodbye, that final embrace. And he left. And I watched for him until I could see him no more. You know, as I thought I saw him walking across that field, I thought maybe it was a mirage. Maybe I was just hopeful. Maybe I was dreaming. But I noticed I wasn't alone standing there. That a friend was standing beside me, and she was also watching. I mean, it was his hair and his walk. Even though I thought the leprosy might have him more limping, maybe it had deteriorated his body. And the robe was not the one he had on when he left. But when he started running to him, when he started running to me, I knew it was my Gabriel. And he told us that Jesus had healed him. And he showed us one arm and then the other arm and his legs, and Jesus had healed him. And we threw the biggest celebration, party, feast our village had ever had. It was so good to have him back. We then walked until we found this Jesus. And I thanked him, and I sat at his feet, and I listened, and I learned. And the only thing better than the healing of the skin and the leprosy from my Gabriel was the healing that we had in our hearts after listening to our Jesus.
Knee-deep in desolation, anxious and confused, on an earthly quest for satisfaction. It was no use. Darkness surrounded me, but I cried out your name. You touched my soul through a TV show. I haven't been the same since I